Word early this morning was from Tony Stewart's camp, business as usual. He's going to race in today's NASCAR race. And I thought, what? There's a victim here. Whether it was an accident or not, there's a victim here. Have a heart. As you take a look at this case, I believe it's been turned over to the district attorney. What exactly are they going to look at?
Well, from the video, and everybody who's seen it knows it is very shocking, and I don't recommend parents letting your kids watch it because it's very disturbing. The video does show Mr. Ward charging into traffic. Now, they had the yellow flags up that was supposed to cause all the cars to stop, but they're weighing whether or not Mr. Ward sort of ran into traffic and may have been a tragic participant in his own demise. And so they're clearly weighing that versus some of the accounts of the video and some of the live accounts. It looks like Tony Stewart may have turned into him, into Mr. Ward. And so they're clearly weighing those types of evidence and talking to witnesses before they charge or decide whether or not to charge Tony Stewart.
You're a trial attorney. If you're involved in this, what are you looking at inside of that video?
In terms of evaluating it, I'm looking for what are the indications that Tony Stewart precipitated this, not just by knocking Ward's car, but by actually either turning into him, or there are some accounts that we've heard that he sped up, and any of those things are going to be very material facts, taking this thing either down the criminal side, and I think it's almost virtually guaranteed there's going to be a civil suit by Ward's family and estate. So, I mean, those are the types of things you really look for and have analyzed, even frame by frame.
I've seen the video. I saw the other driver get out of the car and walk towards Tony Stewart's car. Obviously, that has to be weighed in all of this as well.
That's right. It would be interesting to see. We haven't heard from Tony Stewart's camp as to what he was doing still driving. Did he think he had to get away? Did he think he was actually using his car as a deadly weapon? I mean, all of those things I think are going to have to come to the fore, and obviously people are going to make their own determinations if they watch the video. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Stewart camp's explanation is really going to be.
He's got a history of hitting other cars and people as well. Do you weigh all that?
I'm certain it's going to come into the determination for the prosecutors. He's got a history of doing it if they think they can use that, and it probably, if nothing else, colors their assessment of whether this was intentional. I mean, there's no doubt he hit Ward's car and spun it out. The question is after that, is he the kind of guy that's going to go hit somebody who's essentially defenseless?
You mentioned probably a civil suit. Who would the family target?
Yeah, they'd probably go after NASCAR. They'd probably go after Stewart, and any of Stewart's sponsors if they're directly involved. I mean, I think everyone ends up getting lumped in. Because you go after anybody who's got the imprimatur on Stewart's actions, and that's really where his prior acts are going to be very relevant, because those will be admissible in a civil case.
Mazin, good thing that he skipped today's race.
If I were his lawyer, that'd be the first thing I would tell him. You don't want to be out in the public. You don't want to be fueling the fire, and heaven forbid he does it again or does something similar to add to that pattern in practice. Look, after he killed somebody, he went and spun someone else's car out or hit someone else's car. You really want to lay low after a tragic accident like that, both for PR reasons and very much so for legal reasons. So yeah, smart move.
Yeah, I was shocked this morning when I saw that he was planning to go ahead and his camp said, quote, business as usual, and I thought, how in the hell is this business as usual? I mean, I understand after a tragedy, an incident, a lot of people bury themselves in their work, but this is not business as usual. Mazin Sbaiti is a trial attorney. The website is stecklerlaw.com. Mazin, we appreciate your time as always.
Always great talking to Matt. Have a good one.
All right, we'll talk to you again. Take your calls coming out of the break at 80-80-810. In the meantime, it's 10:15, the place to turn it. Traffic at 15 and 45. Jane St. John standing by at the KGO traffic desk.
Thanks, Matt. Traffic is